Just back from a run. It's Wednesday morning. Likely to mean my glasses will start to fog up as they are already. I can see that. I prefer running in the rain simply because it means there are less people about. There's less chance of being chased by a dog or two. Didn't feel great today, which is weird because I didn't have any pain in my right heel today, which has been a problem now for a number of weeks. I think because I'm not wearing the right footwear to run. The heel pain often doesn't respond to any painkillers. Today I had no pain, and yet I found it harder to run than I did on Monday. On Monday, I'd increased my laps by one. Today, I had no choice but to stick to that, but I certainly wasn't enjoying it. On the way there, didn't get to the park as quickly as I'd hoped to because I found myself stuck on a narrow strip of pavement behind an old guy on a mobility scooter, or mobility scooter, whatever they're called. They only do 8 miles an hour. I didn't want to rush past him. I'm considerate like that. I think I never walk fast past old people. I don't want to make them reinforce that feeling they may have that they are well past their peak years. So that's the situation this morning. I think if someone told me, look, taking up this running business is not going to add any extra time to your life, I think I'd probably stop. Same with the Lidl's vitamins. I'd stop those. Just probably turn into a sloth. Anyway, definitely had to employ the visualization techniques even as I was running today because of the lack of enjoyment. And it's exam results week this week, isn't it? At least for A-level students. I think GCSE students might be maybe next week or the week after that, certainly sometime in August. But I think the way it works is A-level students get their results first. My goddaughter is eagerly awaiting her A-level results tomorrow, hoping to get into her university of choice. Fingers crossed for her. She's very driven, desperately wants to get to her first choice university to study her first choice subject. I was the first year that did GCSEs in this country. I've said before, and it's, I'm not kind of saying it in a Jeremy Clarkson boastful type of way. I was never a natural student. I did not enjoy being in the classroom. I've probably paid a price for it, yet like many things, even though I regret it, I don't regret it, in my heart. It doesn't hurt me. It bothers me that it didn't hurt me as much as it should have, and that I still never regretted it enough. I think, maybe I'm on the autism spectrum. I don't know. There's plenty of things I've done that I regret, like most people of my age and older. You can't get through life without making mistakes, but I tend not to regret them enough, and I've done, plenty of stupid things. The GCSEs, I think in my head, and this is why, I think I've toughened up over the years mentally. I think I'm quite focused. I can focus on a project by project basis now. I think that's something I've worked on in the last 10 years. I try to measure any enthusiasm for any particular thing to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. I was the first year of GCSEs, and the GCSEs were designed to help people like me who couldn't function on exam day. I always thought that my issues with long-term memory or remembering things was a thing that came to me in my early 30s when I've always attributed it to some medication I took. I think I tripped up over the word attributed there. So I think I've noticed I do this nervous thing now when I mess up a word. So it was designed to help people like me, kids like me who, couldn't deal with the pressure of exams. So you had 2 years, you had coursework. I just did not apply myself. I think the old system, the O-levels and CSEs would have worked better for me. I think, I'm the kind of guy who would have just been better off taking his chances on the day and probably, maybe done better than I did. My dad decided, in all his wisdom, to pencil me in for my second nose operation. I've had 5 now. This was the second one. Right at the start of my GCSEs, about a month into them. So I missed about a month recovering. It was a long recovery. And by the time I got back, I'd missed a lot of work. My year master was on my case. I was bunking a lot It was incredible. I'd never have thought myself that I would be the kind of kid who would just skip school. But our school, there was a big reorganisation of South London schools. Our school lost its site, made way for a sixth form Catholic college on the big site in Clapham South. We were moved to a much smaller building in Battersea. Teachers were leaving. We weren't taking in any more pupils. So each year the school was getting smaller and smaller. And I was just doing what I wanted. I only usually went into the classes where my teacher was the year master who taught us history, and French, my form tutor, just to make sure that they saw me. And, pretty much every other time I was in the West End buying music, buying the final album of Five Star. 87, I don't know what happened to them in 87. They just, that last album didn't do very well. So when I finally sat my GCSEs, I knew I hadn't done well. I was only entered for 4 exams in the end. All that summer, I just had a sense of impending doom. I knew what was coming. I don't think I dealt with it. Well, I did. I dealt with it in a very different way. I chose that summer, 9 months away from my first ever shave, to begin amassing my collection of porn magazines, I think I collected about 41 of them in 3 weeks. I had to get a friend who looked younger than me, who looked older than me, because I looked so young, to go in and buy them after I was banned by our newsagents, Pete, on a Friday afternoon for reaching up onto the top shelf. Never set foot in that shop again. The porn mags were discovered by my sister. I was hiding them in my record sleeves. It was the only reason I was buying vinyl. I know people buy vinyl because they're serious about music. I just started buying vinyl so I could hide my porn mags. I'm sharing a bed with my dad at this time. I'm in the marital bed. It's a bed sit, and I decide to build this huge collection of porn magazines in the space of 3 weeks. I don't know what I was thinking. Once I knew my sister had got wind of the porn collection, I quickly emptied them into a big bin bag and I hurled them over into the garden of the house on the corner of Mayflower and Atherfold Road. Atherfold Road being the hand there again, I tripped over road. Atherfold Road being the dirtiest street I've ever encountered, and that's saying something when I'm in Lambeth. I later heard that a fierce argument had broken out between the couple that lived on the corner. No doubt the wife was blaming the man for this stash of porn that had suddenly appeared mysteriously in their garden. Anyway, moving on, the exam results came. I opened them. This is the thing that bothers me about students. Don't be like me. You want your results, fine, but you don't need to go to the school to get them, to share your celebration with your fellow students and all that hugging business. Just wait for the postman or wait to get them online, as they probably provide an online results service nowadays. Just wait at home. You've worked hard, focus on getting those results, and celebrate afterwards. All that hugging business, that wasn't for me. I waited for the postman. I remember the results came in a brown envelope. 4 GCSEs I sat. The final results spelt out B.E.E.F, and I was shocked. The only GCSE I passed first time around was English, which should have got an A for that. Went to my friends round the corner on Atherfold again. He'd also sat his GCSEs. He'd passed. He was going to be doing A-levels at the sixth form Catholic college, and I remember his dad opening the door to me and he asked me what my results were. I told him my results spelt out beef, and he said, "You're joking." He started laughing. I said, "No, I'm not." And that was it. I regret it, but it doesn't hurt enough. Even now, obviously it would be pointless for it to be hurting me now. But I think it set a pattern for me, the way I am in my life, that mistakes, disappointments, they hurt, but not in a way that always produces a positive result, But anyway, everyone waiting for their results this week, good luck. Good luck to my goddaughter. Please click this subscribe button. Let's get these numbers up. And I hope you're having a good day. Take care.